point of view also. So that was the exciting part. Challenging, obviously, you want to make sure that you keep on track and you're taking the courses so you graduate on time. And so you have to, there's no one telling you what to do when you're in college. You're on your own. And many students do very poorly in their freshman year, and some students don't even last in college. So you have to discipline yourself, and you have to know that, if you're taking 3 or 4 or 5 courses, that you're able to complete those courses and do well in them. And then you have to make sure that you matriculate, and by the end, you have enough credits to graduate at the end of 4 years. So that was the challenging part. But all in all, it's an experience that I recommend for all our students. Yesterday, I went around to all our pre-K students, and we handed out T-shirts. And each of the T-shirts said, "College is in my future, class of 2022." And this is part of what you're doing here. Part of your college-going culture, we want to start with our youngest students in our district at 4 years of age. We want to make sure that they know that at one point when they graduate high school, they too will have the opportunity to go to college. So that's part of my approach in terms of how I work with the students and how my aspirations and my hopes for each one of you.
May you describe your daily life as a superintendent?
Oh, as a superintendent, we never know. We just never know. Every day is different, and that's part of the allure of being a superintendent. Because we have a schedule, and my day starts about 7:30 in the morning and usually ends probably somewhere around 7:30, sometimes as late as 10 o'clock at night. So it's not an 8-hour job. So many days it's 10 or 12 hours. And because it's getting involved, and I'll have staff meetings where I'll meet with my staff, but there may be emergencies or something that occurs within a building. And if it occurs, I like to be there, to meet with our building principals or our students if there's a problem. Today, this is the second school I've been at. I travel around to different schools to just say hello, to visit, to see how education is going, have the opportunity to talk to students to see how they're doing. And obviously, we have meetings that we have to attend. So today, for example, we have a principals meeting. All our principals will be getting together around 4 o'clock today at the Hudson River Museum. Then after that, I have a meeting with our PTA, and that will last into the night. So it's every day is a little different. We have calls from parents that I have to return and speak to them if they have concerns. So every day is different, and that makes it also, again, very inviting, very exciting.
What road did you take to obtain the position that you have today?
Well, it's different roads. Obviously, I had my undergraduate degree, my 4-year degree from Connecticut. And then when I came down to Westchester and I started teaching, being a social studies teacher, I wanted to become a better social studies teacher. So I took a master's in social studies at Iona College. And that's a 2-year program. So we know more and more about finer facts, within history or different areas. I had a professor that told me once, we learn more and more about little things till we know everything about nothing. That was a joke. But that was part of my studies. And then what I found out is that we had students that had disabilities and they had learning problems. So I went back to the College of New Rochelle. Then I got a master's in special education and learning disabilities. I felt it would make me a better teacher. So this way I could help every student that came, into my class. And then finally, I was approached by the deputy superintendent and then the superintendent, and they said, you should go into administration. And I said, I really like the classroom. I like working with students. I was a coach. I coached football and basketball and baseball, at the high school level, and I enjoyed doing that. And then finally, they called again and they said, you really should go into administration. So I started my work in administration, and again received a master's in that area in administration. And there are 2 degrees you can receive. One is a building level license, and one is a district license. And I received both of those. And so I became a building principal at the middle school level, and then a building principal at Saunders High School for 10 years.
What is the most rewarding part of your job?
Sitting here with you. And I mean that. I really do mean that. Sitting here and listening to students. When I go home at night and I speak to my family, when I have a smile on my face and I'm not grouchy, they know, they say, you've been in the schools today, and I said, you're right. Because when I have the opportunity to talk to students and see what they're learning and how they're learning and how proud of them I am, and I'm talking about everyone, all our students, I feel good about that. And that's really rewarding. When I see our students succeed, you know, and it doesn't matter what level, either at the elementary level, at the middle school level, when I see our high school students graduate, when I see them go on to college, get scholarships, compete in different competitions, that makes me extremely proud. You know, we've done wonderful things for the district. You know, there were, you know, in terms of my contributions, you know, we began the whole process of pre-K through 8 schools. We developed Riverside High School. We developed Palisade Preparatory School. You know, all things that, you know, I think are good for children, that will help them in the future. And so those are all things I'm very proud of. I'm proud of our teachers and the wonderful job they do, our administrators, but most of all, our students.
And what advice would you offer a student to have a successful college career?
Well, never say never. If someone says you can't, prove that you can. I had an experience in high school where my guidance counselor, even though I was in all Regents level courses and the academic track, he said, and I guess because he never really knew me, and he said, I think you should probably not go to college and learn a trade. And I looked at him and I said, why would I learn a trade? But he knew that my parents, you know, unfortunately, my dad had to drop out of school because he had to support his family because his father died. So he knew my parents didn't have a college education, so he felt that that wasn't something in my future, even though my older brother and sister did go on to college. So you have to have the confidence in yourself. And even if someone said you can't, and in your heart you know you can, then you do it. And never say never. You know, if one door closes, another door will open, and we just have to do that. I read something very recently when, in a book I just read, and the individual said that he looks forward to every day because the next day will be better than the day before. And I think if we have that attitude, a very optimistic attitude, and I feel that way, that the next day, today would be a great day, but tomorrow's going to be even better, that we'll all be very positive and all succeed.
Thank you so much. It was an honor having you here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Dear Mr. Pierorazio, Superintendent of all schools, thank you for taking the time to support our college-going school culture. We enjoyed your sharing of insights to college and your very own professional career experience. With great appreciation, the students of College Explorations at Palisade Prep Superintendent.
Thank you. Thank you so much.